Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to Speak English podcast. Today we will continue learning about reported speech. Let's remember that reported speech is how we represent the speech of other people. But today we will study reported speech for questions. In this case, the tense will always change and it follows the rules of reported speech statement. We can use the following introductory verbs in past: asked, wondered, or wanted to know. There are two kinds of questions. Let's see the first one. Yes, no questions. In that kind of questions, we can answer with a short answer. For example, have you finished your homework? We can answer, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Well, for that kind of questions, the structure for the reported speech will be subject, who said the original question, plus introductory verb, then the word if, it is very important to use it, and finally the sentence that the person said in its previous form. For example, Marina asked, do you play tennis? Well, this question is in simple present, so we have to change it to simple past. Marina asked me if I played tennis. Very good. Let's continue with more examples. Have you closed the door? John asked. Okay, this question is in present perfect, so we have to change it to past perfect. John wondered if I had closed the door. Remember that wondered is an introductory verb. Very good. Let's continue with another example. My father asked, had you asked something else? What is happening here? This question is in past perfect. In reported speech, past perfect will not change. My father asked me if I had asked something else. Yes, very good. Now we will check the WH questions. WH questions are all of those questions that start with the words what, when, where, who, how, and so on. Now let's check the structure. Here we will have to use subject, who said the original question, plus an introductory verb, then the question words, and finally the sentence that the person said in its previous form. For example, what time does it start? Carl asked. This sentence is in simple present, so we will have to change it to simple past. And our question words are what time. So let's see the reported speech of this question. Carl asked me what time it started. Very good. Let's continue with more examples. Number 2. Ariel asked, how many books do you have? Again, this is in simple present, so we have to change it to simple past. What are the question words? Well, the question words are how many books. Ariel asked me how many books I had. Yeah, excellent. Number 3. Sam asked, where were you yesterday? This question is in simple past, so we have to change it to past perfect. We have a time expression, that is the word yesterday. So we can change it for the previous day or the day before. And where is our WH question? Let's read together the reported speech. Sam wondered where I had been the day before. Very good. Now let's continue with an exercise. Here we have two questions, so we will have to change them to report the speech. The first one, have you eaten your soup? My mom asked. What would it be the reported speech of that question? Let's see. My mom asked me if I had eaten my soup. Very good. The second one. Fred asked David, will you study Chinese? Okay, let's see the reported speech. Fred asked David if he would study Chinese. Very good. Let's finish with two more questions. The secretary asked, how old are you? Okay, this question could it be a little bit tricky. This question is in simple present, so we have to change it to simple past. And our question words are how old. So what would it be, the reported speech of that question? Okay, time's up. The secretary asked me how old I was. Very good. Let's read it again. The secretary asked me how old I was. Yeah, very good. And the last one. Why didn't you play with us yesterday? My friends asked. Well, this question is in simple past. We have a time expression, the word yesterday, and we have the WH question, why. I will give you some seconds. Well, let's see the answer. They asked why I hadn't played with them the previous day. Very good. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like and a comment to this video. Please subscribe to Speak English and see you next time.